Yeah, I know how to start this off, I promise. It's great. It's already lovely. Wow. Okay, so I really do speed paints, but since I draw on stream now, I automatically have speed paints without necessarily having to record my own speed paints. So I'm gonna be talking about my plant enjoyment and such, plant journey, plant and art journey and stuff with this just kind of in the background here. Hope you guys enjoy. So I a couple years back. Well, actually, I've enjoyed plants most of my life. Like when I was younger, we had like a project in school where we had to take care of like a sunflower for like a science experiment thing. Or we had a science experiment with sunflowers in different conditions and yada yada yada. After the experiment, we got to take the sunflowers home. And me being like, oh, plants need sun, they need love and care, and I put it out in direct sunlight. And my parents were trying to be like, no, index, it's gonna burn up. That's not gonna go very well, little sprout. And I was just like, no, but this sunflower needs sun. This sunflower had not been conditioned to be outside. No, nothing. So it burnt up and died. My interest in plants did not re-blossom till way later. I, for a good while, was like being an herbalist because I watched Snow White with the Red Hair. And after that, I was like, oh my goodness, plants and being an herbalist would be so cool. I don't think I did much more with that until later after I moved out. One of my friends got me a cactus, and that's when it really started. Not actually. That's when I started taking care of a cactus, and it was vibing. I still have that cactus. It's still doing pretty alright. And like a year or so later, I started being like, I want more plants in my home. Like, friends were still giving me cacti and other plants, and I suddenly came into this, I love plants. Plants right now is the best thing ever. This is all my life is gonna be about. I had a whole ass friend group of mine where we would meet up like once a week to go to plant stores, to look around for plants, to talk about plants, do plant care, give each other like little cuttings and stuff like that. It was so great. I've had so many plants previously. I've like in plant stores, sometimes like parts of the plants fall off, right? Organically. I would sometimes pick up some of those that I knew would be able to root, like on a lot of succulents, like Echeveria. I don't know how to properly pronounce that name, but the succulents, like when you think of a succulent, that type of succulent, it's the ones with the little leaves that almost look like little snowflakes kind of thing, or they look like flowers too, like either but yeah, because those, if you take the leaves, they have a tendency to root and make a whole new flower, or not a flower, but a whole new plant type of dealio, and stuff like that. Like, of course, I would also buy a bunch of plants, and a lot of them would die when winter came along, or because of my overcare or undercaring for the plants due to my mental health going up and down, and my care really going really bad. So I've kind of banned myself from more recent times to get more plants for this very reason, because I don't have that same energy to take care of them every day, check in on them every day. Am I hoping in springtime to be able to try to grow some more stuff and hopefully get that excitement back? Yes, very much so. Because, like, I still have a good few plants, and my cats also really enjoy plants, or at least one of them does. So I have cat grass and stuff at home for him. I like to say he's a little gardener, because every time I try to, like, deal or, like, do plant stuff in my room, he's like, oh, Dad, what are you doing? Can I also sniff and, like, step in all this dirt and get it all over your room? Dad, I also want to be a little gardener. So yeah, they get their own little plants. I try to have, not catnip, but catmint for a little while, but it didn't grow very well, so it kind of died. I was hoping I would be able to take care of it a lot better. I really want to plant mint. But I've failed several times on like herbs and stuff. I know in the background here, there like the thing I'm drawing is a Pilea, or money plant, as it's more commonly referred to, and I got it as like a small little guy, and I got it. Well, I bought it at a secondhand store. Secondhand stores, at least where I live, have a tendency to have some plants, which is so like epic. I love it. Because you get plants for cheap. Like it's great. It's lovely. It is wonderful. But yeah, I got that one and a spider plant. The spider plant is non-toxic for cats, so my cats keep chewing on them, which is not an issue because it deters them from chewing on the other plants in my home, which are toxic to cats. Like, warning that I've heard from the plant community: do not have lilies in reach of cats because it's highly toxic for them. Back to my little story time though. I got them together. They were both really small. The spider plant has turned into more than one spider plant now. And yeah, one of them almost got chewed all the way down, so it's being put in a windowsill away from them being able to chew on them. I also think the Pilea is non-toxic to cats, to my knowledge at least, but they haven't really chewed on it, so it hasn't really been an issue that I've had to worry about, like, at all. But it's also, like, sprouted a good few new plants, and I managed to propagate half of it because my mom really wanted it. She was just like, when you can propagate this, please, I would like. And I was like, sure, will do. So for Christmas, I got her a cutting of the Pilea plant. I haven't been home to my parents in a while, so but I got a message back that she was really happy with it, so I hope she's taking good care of it. Because more my mom than my dad, but my parents also do enjoy gardening and taking care of plants. They've been starting like growing more of their own food and stuff at their place. My sister also does a lot of gardening and stuff like that. It's nice to have like this like, or that's more the common thing I have with my parents and my sister specifically, at least. And it's fun talking about it because like I have a lot of knowledge and interest in it, and they have some knowledge and interest in it. And it's good stuff. So my theme for my VTuber and such is like kind of rose-like. I if you can see my little tassels on the hoodie here, they're rose patterned. There is on the actual design, not the comfy clothing design of my VTuber. That's still in the works. I haven't worked on it in so long, but I'm gonna get back to it. I'm gonna finish it, and I'm also gonna finish rigging this model, so it's not just like, oh, it's ready to use, but it's actually like done. Cause this model, like, if you see on the strings, not both of them move the way I want them to, but we'll get back to it. At least that has a lot of rose designs as well. And, like, the backstory for that is me getting roses from my partner. They ended up dying, but instead of mourning them, I started drawing a bunch of roses, and that's just been an integral part of my design afterwards. Like, the reddish purplish color of, like, the hair of the VTuber, like you see this, like, pinkish, purple, reddish color a lot throughout, like, the design of my my VTuber a lot, and it's like, it's not when the roses are completely like blooming, but it's more in that middle stage between blooming and decaying that they get this purplish color, which is like really nice. Well, to be fair, it is closer to when they're blooming, but it's getting there with like the slight decay and everything. They did get me roses for Valentine's this year. They keep trying to get, like, they keep getting me like rose bushes because I really want to keep them alive. I find roses to be really pretty flowers. I am a bit of a romantic. Not my favorite plant, but a plant I do enjoy. And like, I enjoy the look of, and I want to have a lot more like flowers in my garden because they're pretty, they smell nice, they're funky, they're tasty. No, I'm joking. I haven't tasted roses, so I can't say much about that. But yeah, they're really nice, and yeah, I just hope I can keep these roses alive that I have currently. My little rose bush. I have this weird thing that when people gift me plants, I struggle more to keep them alive than if I just get the plants myself. I don't know what the deal is, because it could be plants I've taken care of, the same type of plant, and I know the exact care plan, and I've kept them alive for ages. But the minute somebody gifts me that plant, no, it decides to just doesn't want to be alive anymore. I don't know what the deal is. It seems I've slightly broken the curse so far, because I've gotten more plants for Christmas and such, and they're still alive. But maybe it's because when I was in the middle of my plant phase, I would prioritize my other plants. I don't know. It might also be that a lot of the plants people give are in like the little small pots. And plants that are smaller are so much harder to take care of than plants that are bigger. Because the bigger plants are more resistant to, they're more resistant to failure and are a lot more forgiving. Because there's a lot more plant. Because then if something starts to rot, you can cut it off, But if it's a smaller plant, that might be the whole plant that's just like, compared to a bigger plant where you could just cut off the thing. And then, of course, you have, depending on the plant, you could literally propagate the whole thing if part of it just goes to hell. It might have been that being the case, because also when plants are smaller, they dry out a lot quicker, and then with, bigger plants in bigger pots, which means, you don't have to water them as frequently, you don't have to take as much care of them, and they kind of just vibe a lot more. So, it might have something to do with that as well. The plants I've gotten so far are pretty okay. They're on the medium size of normally the plants you would get, or I guess normal size, medium-ish, like the standard potting size you get for plants. I did get a mixed bag of plants, you know those ornament things of plants that you get where they mash different plants together, and the stores don't necessarily think about their care needs, so you often have to separate them. I've not checked out the care needs for all of them, but I know for two of them, because one of them is ivy and the other one I don't remember the name of, but is kind of succulent and I've had one of them before. It died, but that was because it was it was on the discount rack, so I was already taking in a difficult case, and then when I wasn't able to take care of it as much, it died. Because it went great for a long time, and then the mental dropped, and then the care drops, and then the plant drops. It's this staircase of bad things that happened one after another. The ball is falling down the staircase. So yeah, I think the two of them together are currently doing okay. The other one's kind of a tree bush thing, which I haven't looked up yet, but we'll see. Oh, my Pilea currently, though, the plants that I currently have drawn and made proper paintings out of, they're all plants from my collection to kind of immortalize them, and also to be able to practice from references that I know are currently in this day and age not AI, as well as I have all the rights to this image, I can literally copy it pixel by pixel because it's a picture I've taken of my plants, so I don't have to worry about any stuff like that, which is kind of nice. But also, my plants. I have a painted version of my plants. I remember when my plant addiction was at its height, and there was no more care I could give to my plants, and I really wanted to do something with my plants. And I kind of just channeled that energy into drawing plants, and I was yep, this is scratching the itch of me wanting to just plants, so that ended up working out pretty well. My current collection is a lot of different types of plants, because when I'm at my most plant obsessed, I know for a fact the best plants I can take care of are the ones that need watering constantly, like ferns, calatheas. I cannot currently think of any others that need a lot of water, but when my mental is not doing very well, cacti, succulents, Like those types of things are like the best things for me to take care of. And then you have like everything that's in the middle ground that's kind of like currently somehow alive, who also need to survive by cats knocking them over constantly, you know? Most of my plants aren't within like the plant trends online, because I used to be very much watching a lot of plant content, and my free time was plants. And you know, the popular plants like the snake plant, the pothos, the monstera. Do I have all of those? Yes. Two of them weren't actually bought by me. They were plants that were left by my roommate. I think, wait, no, the Monstera is left by my roommate. The Pothos was a cutting from a plant from work that I was allowed to take with me. So that was me just wanting more plants. The only one that I actually bought was the snake plant, because I was like, that's kind of cool. So I bought like a small one, and it's slowly but surely growing. It had a few babies, which I like separated, and I don't think they're alive anymore. I suddenly became unsure because I think I only have one snake plant at the moment. I don't have that many plants. This shouldn't be so difficult for me to remember. They're just located a few different places in my home, so I can't see them directly. But I do still do a few impulse buys if I go to a plant store and I'm like, but they're very pretty, and I would like to take it home. But have I managed to take care of them properly? No, I have not. I'm trying. Okay, I think that's all the plant talk for today. Here is the final drawing. I didn't do all of it on stream because I didn't stream for very long, but I wanted to finish it because I'm hoping to do a bit of a plant sticker thing at some point. Might go through Redbubble, might do some of my own stuff, but we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and that you have a lovely day. Bye bye.